fast, Chuckle Nuts!
Oh, I'm thinking fast. Welcome in, Kremlin. Yeah, a little bit of a surprise, for myself included. Ordinarily, I do not stream this time of night. Not, certainly not on Saturdays. But took my wife. My wife came home. She desperately. She had a rough day. She desperately needed margarita and some food, which we took her out to our local Mexican restaurant, gave her that stuff, and she came home. She's like, okay, perfect, now I just want to sit on the sofa and do nothing. She's got her internet, she's got like her YouTube channels and everything, all of whom apparently uploaded a bunch of new material today. So she's like, I'm fine. I've got my internet TV for hours. So, do whatever you want. On the one hand, I feel like I should, hang out with her, but at the same time, she was like, no, go stream, man. I might, I just want to do my own thing. She may even end up taking, just falling asleep and taking a nap. So I'm like, okay. So, but it means, I figure, it buys me another 3.5 hours. I can keep playing. And since this story is so damned huge, any extra time that I have, I want to throw towards this. And where we are now, so continuing off where we left off earlier, Ellie has found Abby, or rather, Abby found Ellie. After Ellie went around and killed all of Abby's friends. So Abby has hunted Ellie down. Ellie's end of the story ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, I believe. Abby's got a gun trained on Ellie. Ellie's unarmed now at this point, and not exactly sure what's going to happen. But then, story cut to black. We time warp back a couple days ago, and we're now playing on Abby's character, so we're going to experience the events from her perspective, and hopefully get a few more answers. I already know who Abby is now. It's like, okay, yes, confirmed, she was the daughter of the doctor that Joel killed in part 1. I kind of had suspicions that was the case. Turned out to be true. That's why the attack seemed a little more personal for her. But there's still a whole lot of other questions, like who are all of Abby's friends? Who's Isaac? We've met Isaac briefly. He seems like a very composed leader, but also someone who's not going to tolerate dissent. But then we still also don't know a whole lot about the Seraphites either. We just know, oh, they're just religious cult stuff. We have met a few of Abby's friends, slash partners in the WLF. Like there's Mel, who is evidently quite pregnant. She's showing quite a bit, but she's still going out and on hunts and things when it's probably not all that advisable for her to be. On the one hand, I respect her dedication, but at the same time, at a certain point, you need to look out for yourself and your kid. But then we've also met this other guy, Manny, who just shoved us through this gate, and he's taken off. And I'm quite glad he's taken off, because he kept getting underfoot when I was playing through earlier. We are currently, against Isaac's orders, I believe, we are currently trying to hunt down a guy named Owen, who I believe, in years past was Abby's boyfriend, I guess. I don't know exactly what their relationship is now. But I think the autosave caught me. I had just come into this building and was looting it when my wife came home earlier, and it was pretty clear that she needed food and drink. So I sort of somewhat hastily ended the stream. After, I think we found a letter here that my wife, she did have enough energy to rather comedically read this love letter, or I hesitate to say love letter, it's more lust letter than anything else, which I think was on one of these tables, unless we've already... WLF interrogator letter? Nope, that is not it. I could swear it was here somewhere. Oh, no. It was back in a previous area. That's right, because Manny was with us, and Manny, yanked it away from us. So it was not here. So yes, I believe Abby is looking for Owen. Isaac apparently told us that Owen shot another character named Danny, who we don't really know anything about, but he was apparently another member of the Wolves. So it's a question. It's like, well, okay, why did Owen shoot Danny? Is that even the case? Because I don't know that we can trust what Isaac said. Oh, gunfire. Oh, that's just that same thing. Okay. So yeah, short version. We are now Abby. We are adventuring.
Oh, what is that smell?
Trying to find our ex-boyfriend, who may or may not be a good guy. The times we've met him, he's been a little creepy. Well, I don't know if creepy is quite the right word. He gives off, annoying frat boy vibes. So I'm not particularly interested in saving him if it comes down to it, but oh, up through the window here. Gunfire, but it's still a little ways away. There's a cracked... Oh. I thought you'd be able to squeak in there, but I guess not. Okay, revolving door. Anything over here? I have a bottle. There's some scissors. Oh yeah, can I craft anything? I cannot. Baby carrot. Darn it, Leela. I just left Cannibal Kane stream because I'm exhausted and don't want to socialize. How dare I stream? Welcome in, baby carrot. How are you doing? How's the wedding? Is the wedding... Is it still going? I know you've been doing a whole, preparations and rehearsal and all that stuff this week. And Jeff, welcome in, Jeff. Yeah, I know. How dare I stream late at night? Good. It was great. Nope, you're all done. Okay, good. Well, good. Hopefully you can get some rest and recover, and then be back to normal. I got actually a new follower today from Australia, so of course I instantly thought of you. It's like, oh hey, there's another person from your general neck of the woods. But yes, as you guys know, I don't ordinarily stream Mario Kart though. Just kidding, haha. Unless maybe tomorrow, Jeff. Maybe tomorrow. For now, I figure I've got about maybe 3 hours to work with, and the game is big enough, dense enough that if I've got extra hours, I want to try and punch more time out of this game. So yes, holy shit, yeah, I'm gaming tonight. I am gaming tonight. Yeah. So Jeff, I don't know if you were online when I ended stream earlier. If not, you should go. Honestly, you should go back and watch the ending to the VOD, because there was some unintentional. I'm gonna have to clip it. My wife came home from work, and I didn't have my recording light on, so she just kind of came in. She put her head on my shoulder and just sort of groaned. She had a really rough day at work. A very exhausting day. Not bad customers or anything, but just never ending. And she desperately needed a margarita, desperately needed some food, and desperately needed to not move or do anything afterwards. So it's like, okay, well, you know what? I was at a convenient point in the game. I'll go ahead and shut down. However, we did just find a love letter that someone in game had written to another character. Well, not very love letter, a lust letter, a very dirty letter. That my wife, she was exhausted, but she was awake enough that she read this dirty letter for the internet to appreciate. I'll be going back and making a highlight of it later, just because it was pretty funny. But yes, I took her out. I gave her a margarita, gave her some food, and now she's like, okay, now I just want to sit on the sofa. All my favorite YouTube people have just put up a bunch of new material for me to watch. I've got all my TV stuff, and honestly, I'll probably fall asleep and nap on the sofa. I'm like, oh, okay. And she told me, yeah, go out and stream. Just go. So I missed it as doing some work with your own. Yeah, no problem. Silly script was not sending email, but it was doing its job. Missed the wife face reveal. Yeah, she has been on stream once or twice before. Very briefly.
Guess I'm going over that wall.
But yes, she featured quite a bit. Oh, hang on. I see a tower over here. Yeah, we're going over that wall, but how? So anyway, yeah, to catch you guys all up, we are now playing as Abby. We finally finished. Well, I don't know if finished is quite the right word, but we got through the Ellie portion of the game, which ends with Abby and Ellie meeting. Abby essentially, in turn, they're sort of hunting each other down, and it ended with Abby confronting Ellie at gunpoint. Ellie currently unarmed. We don't have a resolution to how that fight ends yet. It just sort of cut to black before we know what happens. And then it warped us into Abby's story. So now it seems like we're going to be playing from Abby's perspective, getting her side of the story. So big guns Abby. Yeah, she's very tanky. And I see a shiny thing over here. And I was actually somewhat pleased. I did successfully guess that Abby was the daughter of the doctor that Joel killed in Salt Lake City at the end of the first game, which explains the her personal bit of revenge. Oh, there it is. Okay, my PC has updates. We'll probably restart BRB. Yep, just see you around, baby carrot. Body is actually modeled off some swole lifter Olympian chick. Well, it is funny because looking at her now, I mean, yeah, she is, very tough and burly, but we have already cut back to versions of her like 3 years ago in game, where, I mean, she was, you could tell she was strong then, but she's bigger and stronger now than she was 3 years ago. She's much more formidable now. Oops.
Nice.
She also apparently is a coin collector because her dad also collected coins, and I guess she just sort of continued that tradition. It's all those burritos, man. That's right, the burritos that... Speaking of, I actually had... No, I didn't have burritos. I had enchiladas tonight. Went to our local Mexican restaurant. Oops. Guess we're going through here. Yeah, it was good. And I like going it because it's very fast. Oh, hello. No, thank you. Oh. Hey. Thanks for indicating that I had control, game.
Shit.
Okay. No. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. And then completely mess up the... That's right. How do you play this game again? Streamers just as stone cold as they come. I have no idea what my PC is doing. Would have been a good time to restart. So you were subjected to a up close clicker there, huh? Oh shit! I only have 2 bullets. Well then, I guess I best not miss. Oh, I missed. Best not missed, and I missed.
Snake? Snake!
Yeah. Can I switch to my other gun at all? The thing is it seems to be
28 stab wounds.
Come on, come on. Oh shoot. Again! Hey there, Blood. Welcome in.
Please disperse! Nothing to see here, please!
This is going great. Okay. So, let the auto target thing do its thing. Okay, finally. Got it. You all good? Having a bit of trouble, eh? Yeah. Well, it's weird because sometimes, you know, in the little scripted things like that, sometimes the auto targeting will kick in, and I'm never prepared for that. I always think that I'm supposed to target, so it ends up kind of being me fighting the controls. Okay, so if there's one of those guys here, maybe I should check and see. Oh no, this is the window I came in from. So silly cat can't aim. Yeah. All right, Mr. Clicker. Let's see what you were hiding back here. And it doesn't help that I only had 2 bullets. Is there more stuff? There's more stuff.
I'm all out of money!
Oh, there is stuff in here. New emotes? Oh, the Fox emotes? Those are the follower emotes. They are sadly only good in this stream, this chat. Now Jeff wants me to start making emotes of my face because I've been making goofy faces. And I have actually clipped a few of them. So I am ready to add some of those up, but I'm waiting for more slots to unlock before I put them up there. We had some Guild Wars emotes and Streamer's Face. Friends. What? You don't need me to make a Guild Wars emote. You've already got one right there. Let's see. I have... Oops. Move faster and listen. Hold to sense nearby enemies through walls. I mean, that's good. Oh, well, that's kind of the same. But this one gives me more clarity. I will go for that. You need to make a whole skill bar. Oh, yeah, that's like next level Twitch streaming, like unlocking slots to where it's just Guild Wars skill icons, and then you have to build a skill bar out of the available out of the. Bleh! Streamers having trouble talking is what streamers doing. You build a viable skill bar out of just the available emote slots. Oh, there's a little crawl through spot there. Is that where I need to go? Pills. Take the pills, take the steroids. Took you a second to realize what that was. Oh, the frenzy. What do you mean? I already have a viable build. Frenzy. Oh, just nothing but frenzy? I mean, could do. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to go over there. What do you mean I already have a viable butt? That's on you to prove before all the internet there, Jeff. Oh, and more Seraphite stuff. My channel, you can actually post the mending emote too. Frenzy mending. Go into the doppelganger fight with just those two skills.
That guide you right off a cliff. These freaks are in our backyard.
Yeah, what I'm a little more worried about is that there was just one clicker. Here. Oh, I'm full of powder? And I can't craft anything. How is it that I'm only getting powder? Oh, I can do more. Okay. Detect enemies at a greater distance. Increase health. Always good. Otherwise... faster while full holding hostage. Faster while prone. Increase your efficiency at shivs. Oh, I kind of want both. You know what? I feel like going towards the shivs might be good. Frenzy Mending Classic. Yep, it is. Can't go wrong with Classic. So what's your favorite Ranger build? Well, I don't know if it's my favorite. It's my default go-to, is essentially Together as One Splinter Volley with a the Ebon Vanguard Assassin and Pain Inverter, which is almost more of like a Paragon thing. It's like I'm not even shooting all that much compared to I'm throwing out an Assassin, I'm putting Pain Inverter on something, I'm using Together as One to buff the whole party, you know. Yeah, I have 22 hours to entertain. I know this is a somewhat accidental stream. Well, not really accidental is not the right word. A surprise stream. My wife is tired and holed up and watching her own internet shows. Oh. Hey, thanks, Chuck, for distracting those guys. It's a long 22 hours. Let's see. There's nothing in there. Oh yeah, I forget what this is. Oh yeah, that was a pipe bomb. It's lit. Now is she gonna put it in her butt the way the others do? No, she actually puts it into her backpack. I mean, it's still not exactly safe, but there's the restart. Does your wife also watch my streams? No. She did appear in the last stream, though, at the very end. She actually joined in stream, and she read a dirty letter on stream that we found in the game. It was entertaining. I'm going to have to clip it and highlight it for later, for sure. This guy seems to be on a loop. I think I can get him. I miss Ellie's knife. And Ellie actually had a faster takedown. That I kind of miss. There's a restart. Be right back. Okay. Don't be a bigot. If Abby wants to shove a smoking pipe bomb in her butt, then that's her choice. It is her choice. She can do what she wants with the pipe bomb. I'm just saying it's probably not a good idea for her health and safety. Just like, you know, Joel and Ellie, you know, putting Molotov cocktails in their butts in the first game. Again, not a decision I would have gone with. They're welcome to their own lives, however short they might be, for making decisions like that. There's a guy over here, but he's like... He's aimed this... Oh no, he's turned around back. Okay, cool. So I can't get him. Oh yeah, you saw it. Abby's arms are like a knife. Yeah, I mean, she's perfectly good at killing things. There was an upgrade perk that I got in Ellie's branch at some point that sped up her takedowns. And I gotta say, now with Abby trying to do the same thing, I'm feeling that difference. It's like, wow, these takedowns are taking a while. And it's like, oh, that's right, I got the buff that sped up Ellie's takedowns. There's somebody over there holding very still. I suspect that's a clicker. Yep, I am hearing clicker-ish sounds. I think I do see a bottle, though. Oh. I can make a pipe bomb. Wait for him to come around and toss a bottle over there. Yep, go check it out. Shoot. Now, it wasn't quite the way I wanted it to go, but it'll work. I can make shivs. Now we just have this guy over here, which I'm getting clicker vibes off of. Okay, back. Well, welcome back, baby carrot. I've just been doing a little stealth choking of guys. I guess I'm just gonna have to shiv this guy. Gotcha. All right.
That it?
That is indeed it.
That's it.
Yes, Dargus trying to get all of us into Phasmophobia is the new thing. Now, I alluded to it a little bit in my day stream today, but was it yesterday? I opened up Phasmophobia and I tried to play it for the first time. Very cold. I knew the rough outline of this, well, story. It's more just setup than anything else, is that you're a ghost hunter in one of those cheesy ghost hunter shows. But I hadn't really watched anyone play it before, so I didn't really know what you're supposed to do. You know, and it turns out there's a lot of special things you have to do in a somewhat particular order. A lot of very particular things you need to know, and the game did not really do a very good job of explaining this to me. Yeah. Especially when, after I failed the first mission, I noticed in the menu, oh, there's a training thing, which is apparently the tutorial. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to do that. And the tutorial itself was bugged to where it says, oh yeah, we'll tell you exactly where the ghost is so you can do all your stuff. And it's like, no, the tutorial doesn't tell me. It's not telling me anything. You know. It would be 3 out of 4. We need another soul to fill in the team. Gotta go to sleep. Oh yeah, see you, Jeff. Good night. Have a good sleep. Thanks for stopping by. I was convinced to buy it with all the cat pictures laying around the house. Got killed in your first session. I did. I was in the van, and I didn't know what to do. And it's like, oh, well, there's things on the wall. I'll just take 3 random things off the wall, I guess. And I guess I accidentally picked up the key to the house, because the next time I tried to get in the house in the tutorial, I didn't know how to get in the house. The house had me locked out. I didn't realize the key was also in there. So yeah, I went into the house without really knowing what I was supposed to do or how exactly I was supposed to do anything. And yeah, the ghost got me, but there was no indication of how I would even be able to detect it. Again, you're not having done the story at all. Oh, some alcohol. Can I make anything? I can make more shivs. Yeah, I'll make more shivs. Butt and pizza? Oh, did I? Butt-ali. Oh, Butt-ali. Shinobi and Speeds 13 have played it together. A lot of people would have been scared. Easier to type it, like never before. Speeds is from Australia. So one of the two could fill up the team. Yeah, I do plan to get back to it. I feel like I need to let my temperature on that game cool down a little, because I am still irritated with how poorly designed that tutorial was, or if it's bugged. I mean, when I was inside and I was clicking through on the TV, the hints it was giving me on the TV were fine, but just even getting into the TV, it's like, where's the key to the house? Baby carrot giving me all the stuff. Okay, so water. Baby carrot doing 2 postures, but I know that one of those was meant as a stretch, so I shall do so. And thank you. So I am thinking, sometime around Halloween, doing a community Phasmo stream of some sort. If all the guessing game around figuring out what the ghost is of interest, you'll end up liking it. At least one of us noticed. Well, Baby Carrot, I sort of know your routine. Your routine is usually to hit all 3 of those at once. So, and yeah, that's where I just was. Excuse me. Just had dinner, so I'm a little burpy at the moment. Oh wait, yes, I do have a bottle. Check out storefronts for things like that. Oh, there's a safe. Oh, I don't have a combo. Maybe it's written somewhere here. That's the part I like the most. Like, oh, he behaved this way, he did that, finding all the clues. Like detective work with yeah, it's spooky detective game. I just feel it did a poor job of introducing itself to a new player. Oh, scissors. Soda bottle. Well, I'm not seeing anything with a combination anywhere nearby. It was probably somewhere before that I missed. So that's unfortunate. Shinobi Bunny is now playing Fortnite. To give you an idea, I've been watching streaming since it's released over 2 years ago. So yeah, you've seen a lot of it. I haven't watched any streams of it. You know, I watched like maybe the Steam trailer for it, but that was about all. You know, I only sort of knew vaguely the setup of it, but really nothing of the particulars. And I felt it a bit of a disadvantage in that respect. Is there more stuff? Man, I keep picking things up, but I can't do anything. You know what? I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna start building up this one. Covert Ops. I need 50 before I can do anything there. That'd be cool. Kind of intimidating somehow to get a response from the dev. It is cool to get contact from the devs. I think I wrote something to Guild Wars 2 devs at one point. Or no, I not specifically to them. I think I made a post in the run-up to Guild Wars 2 coming out. Oh shit. Is there somebody in there? Thought I heard somebody squeal. Before Guild Wars 2 was actually out, the only feedback they really got from players was from conventions. So I would sometimes go up to PAX in Seattle, and because Guild Wars, you know, ArenaNet, they'd have a number of tables up there. You could play it for a little while. You could play at the time. I remember you could play just the like the human starter zone outside Divinity's Reach, but then you could also play as a higher level or like middle level area for the Char, so you could experience the Shatterer fight. And I remember going up there, playing it, you know, having a good time. But then I'd also write a post on one of the forums afterwards, sort of detailing my experience with it.
Just stay out of my way.
What I liked, what I didn't like, you know, and all that stuff. And I think one of the devs actually commented on that. I was like, oh, hey, that was cool. So, let's see. Wouldn't bother if it was like a big team or a studio behind it. Yeah, well, a bigger team, bigger studio, you know, would have like play testers and everything. So they'd be able to test the new player experience more. I feel like they haven't tested that. So, all right, I'm gonna go watch some VODs instead of socializing. Have a good stream. Need to zone out. Yep. See you around, baby carrot. Have a good one. Let's see. That guy's cruising around that way. There is a clicker. Oh, that is... Okay, it's 2 clickers. I have pipe bomb. Yeah, I was hoping to get both of them. Oh well. I mean, it worked. So.
2 down. Millions to go.
I guess that's it for that area. That was probably overkill. Maybe blast the first guy and then the other guy I could, you know, shoot or shiv. I know a guy who plays Phasmo every weekend on stream since its release, and since the beginning, every time he survives a game against a Revenant, I give him a sub. Oh, really? So is Revenant like the hardest difficulty ghost or something? I don't know much about ghost types. I know, you know, Banshee as a type, you know, mythologically, culturally speaking, I have no idea what the distinction would be in a game like that, but last time he and myself survived, since I finally decided to join his game, he's earned 2. Revenant will be extremely slow if not in sight of a player, but nearly teleport to a player if in sight. Okay. I guess I'm jumping over there. Big jump. I should probably do a sound check. So there's always that moment when the clues already found could lead to a Revenant. You're like, oh no, oh no. Stress meter. Stress rising. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't here when you got back. The place must look like a bomb went off. Somebody must have tipped Fedra off to our little ration operation. I bet it was Zhao, that snake. I managed to hide some of our stuff, but I worried our business partners aren't going to be happy with their shipment gone. I put some of the supplies in the safe. Combination is... Oh, we have a safe combination. 6, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9. Come and join me in our other hideout. It's time to think about an exit strategy. I'm hoping this is the safe that was downstairs. All the ghosts really have their differences. Hey, Swanee. Yeah, stream round 2. Yes, we got home. Hang on. Is that it down there? Oh yeah, I did jump across the building. Yeah, we got home from the restaurant, and she wanted to just kind of curl up on the sofa and do her own thing, which is like, you know, that's cool. And kind of gave me the all clear to do my own thing. It's like, okay, well, you know, if it's okay with you, I'm just going to keep on streaming, because like I said before, this is a big game. And since I'm now playing as Abby, I suddenly feel like, as much as I've been playing, I'm like only at the halfway mark now. Like, oh man, okay, I need time to make a dent in this story. So yeah, giving myself another couple of hours. Don't want to overwhelm you with more than that with Phasmo stuff, but for example, a Shade will be extremely shy when more than one player is in the house. 0 activity, 0 scream, 0 spooky stuff. Feels like no ghost, a single person enter, he can get hunted immediately. Okay, that's not the way I went. There's a safe. There's a safe in one of these buildings that I passed, but I didn't have the combo at the time. Oh, was it this one? Yeah, there it is. Hopefully this is the right one. No. Would have been faster to go the other direction, but oh well. 96, 89. Yep, that was it. Hell yeah, let's get it done. Oh! Ooh! Upgrade. Okay. Close quarters combat upgrade tree. Okay. A worthwhile safe, and I'm full of ammo. Okay. This, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, this is a little bit of a nitpick, but I feel like, okay, I was full of ammo before, but I only had one round in the gun. I just reloaded, so all the extra bullets that were in my pack, or not all of them, but a lot of them, all the extra bullets that were in my backpack are now in the gun. In theory, I now have room in my backpack for more bullets. But nope, it won't let me. Oh well. So, last one, funny to mention, a demon. You can enter the house and get hunted instantly. The only ghost that can attack immediately. Oh, yes, health kit. I always like to have at least 2 health kits on board. Alright, I want to see what this new branch is. Momentum. After killing an enemy with a strike for a short time, your next melee attack will also be a strike. Strikes are high damage melee moves against stunned or surprised enemies. Okay. Craft more effective health kits. Always useful. Improved aiming stability and accuracy while moving. Increase the speed of using health kit. Momentum lasts longer. I mean, it's okay. I kind of feel like I want to get the Shiv upgrade first. So, sorry, back real quick for Dargus. Oh, Cersei Croft displaying phasmophobia. Now you go. Okay. Baby Carrot comes into my stream. Hey, all you guys watching Leela's stream, go watch some other guy's stream. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all good. Have a good stream. Yep. See you around, Baby Carrot. Have a good relaxation with VODs and other more passive media. We'll catch you later. Okay, so now I need to get to that stairs and jump across, I think. Now, I think I explored everything in here. Just the down into the store. You know what? Actually, yeah, let's do that real quick. I want to check something out. Oh! Jerk.
Asshole.
Sneaking up on me like that. I mean, I suppose I snuck up on him. I just kind of dropped down from the ceiling right in front of him, but still. I wouldn't do that. No, I will. I understand, well, he's one of your reviewers. Oh, is he? Okay. Nice. Glad I somehow managed to communicate with Lark the other time. English is so rusty. Yeah, I was actually, I actually had a good time the other day that we were playing Guild Wars. That's the first time I've activated the Discord chat. So it was like on stream. I went back and watched the VOD, and your volume was okay. I think I need to turn, the next time Lark is on, I think I need to turn her volume down a little bit. Her voice came through the VOD a little bit loud. But otherwise, I think it all worked out pretty well. Scared. Hard to say. Is it? Oh!
Fuck yeah.
Shotgun. Very important in zombie movies. Double barrel shotgun. Okay. I'm quite glad I dropped down here. I need to get the straps, though, that let you hold or quickly switch between two weapons. Wait a minute. Just dodge mania, but can't quite dodge at the right time. Okay.
Made a mess of this place.
Or, well, it was already a mess, Abby. Well, there were slightly fewer broken pots, but still. Scared? Hard to say. All right, I think we're done here. And this is the way we came. Okay, so there was an upstairs area. All right, this feels like I'm circling back a lot, but I swear there was an area up somewhere, and it felt like maybe that was going to be where the next chapter movement was going to be, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's another bonus area. I think it was up here. It's interesting to see how people react to the game. I barely mentioned in the past days. Some will have almost zero reaction, some will be very sensitive to it. You mean Phasmo? Like in terms of, you know, scary, jump scary things?
You've been here a while.
Oh, somebody's got a note. My prophet, may grant the elders the wisdom they seek to lead us to victory against the wolves. Forgive my indulgence, but my time is short. I pray I can make it to Martyr's Gate to deliver this to you. May you keep watch over my child. Keep him happy, keep him safe. So many have died since the wolves broke the truce. I pray my family lives to see the rewards of our sacrifice. The world is not in balance, but I have done my part to right it. You have led me through the storm. Now I must rest. May the current be calm. May you guide me home. Okay.
If you want your family safe, maybe don't join a death cult.
True words, you know. No matter how much I knew it was just pixels, I personally don't believe in supernatural stuff. Couldn't help but get super scared in the first games. Some recent VODs, I won't react vocally, but you'll see my mouse make a huge reaction when something happens. Yeah, it's funny, I don't think of myself as a very jump scary guy. There have been a number of cases, like in these games, there's something that you can tell is engineered to be a jump scare.
God.
But I don't really react to it. Now, having said that, when I did my Resident Evil 2 playthrough that one day, I actually did jump scare a bit a couple of times. Mainly when I thought I had cleared out a hallway or something, and I guess a zombie would have respawned, and it would always be perfectly positioned right around the corner. I'd just be cruising through, okay, hallway's clear, no problem. I'd run around the corner, it would grab onto me. It's like, grr. You know. It's part jump scare, part annoyance, honestly. Some people are really terrorized to play the game alone or play it all with a group. So the unexpected can still reach you. Oh yeah, the unexpected can definitely reach me. It's just a question of, will it scare me? Or will I just be annoyed? There's one streamer I watch who is playing, what was she playing? Madison, which I guess is sort of a, it looks like a more updated it looks somewhat similar to Fatal Frame,
Truce is dead, but you just keep coming back here.
but a more,
Didn't we
I don't
get all
know,
this shit
just
up?
outright horror version of Fatal Frame, where it would just keep throwing random, just completely out of context. It would just throw a random, high-pitched scream, out of nowhere, or something would suddenly move past you. Nothing would happen to the character. It was just, as a streamer would say, very cheap jump scares. It would get her. She would get scared, but then at the same time, she'd just get this very disappointed look. Like, yeah, it maybe scared isn't quite the right word. It surprises you, but it feels cheap. Jump scares like that just feel kind of cheap as opposed to being actually scary. Well, there's a building over here. What's all this about? I say that's a Seraphite symbol written on that. Whoa. Okay, so this is one thing I'm interested in Abby's stories, maybe getting a little more info on what this cult is all about. We didn't get a whole lot of info on Ellie's playthrough. More surprised. I'd prefer by far a scary atmosphere than a cheap jump scare. I feel like Phasmophobia has a lot of that. It's just an odd feeling. Be in the house at the beginning, yeah. Alright, what's all this then? My prophet, I ask you grant me, may you bring me. Perhaps what I ask is impossible, I must ask. Bless the wolves with your insight, with your wisdom, with your love, that they might renounce their selfish ways and lay down their arms. May you bring peace to this world.
You want peace? Easy. Stay on your island.
Island? Well, it is Seattle. Seattle does have kind of broken up. I forget what the word for it is. They've got bonk. Not quite islands, but they've got a large river there that sort of breaks up the land a bit. I don't know if that's the kind of island she's talking about or not. Seeing how people react in the pandemic can give very clear ideas on how things could turn out if something else even more serious happened. Yeah, the whole pandemic thing really kind of shone a light on the potential failures of humanity in a much larger situation like this. Like, what was their joke? Like reading a movie summary, a summary of some movie, it's like, oh, there's the threat of an alien invasion, and in order to fend them off, all of humanity must unite to fight off. And it's like, yeah, in the old days, it's like, oh, that's going to be an exciting story pitch. Now it's like, no. If it's one thing humanity does not do, it does not band together. Or if it does, it'll band together for maybe a month before, little factions and cracks start forming in it. For any number of reasons, people trying to elevate their own power, people getting sucked in by conspiracy theories, all of that will break down the solidarity. It's exactly what happened, at least over here in the States, I didn't bother making stock the first weeks of the pandemic. Result, I literally nearly starved whenever I needed to buy groceries because all the stores got emptied. Money is no longer an issue. Making use of it to access a resource would be the issue, yeah. Yeah, over here, Dargus, you may have heard about it. It was something of a running joke, but also 100% true. It really did happen. The first, not just weeks, but months of the pandemic, toilet paper. It was a meme all over the internet. Go out, buy up all the toilet paper. And it's like, COVID is not the shitting virus. You do not need mountains and mountains of toilet paper. You know, if you're stocking up for the apocalypse, I mean, toilet paper is not my first go-to. But at the same time, it was true. We would go to a store, you'd go to the paper products aisle, completely empty. You know, you would almost never see toilet paper. It was a meme on the internet, but I could also go out in the world and actually see it. People were legitimate. I would see people with shopping carts. If there were paper towels there, yeah, they had, you know, 6 or 7 of them in the shopping cart. They were doing toilet paper only runs, you know. It was pasta in France and also toilet paper. Cans of food would be the way to go. Exactly, yeah. Cans of food, preserved food, food that can last, you know. And bottles of water or a system to purify water you get at home. Yeah. Buy toilet paper like once every 3 months. Cam, thanks for the note. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see you again. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck guarding the Scar Prophet. Oh, did they capture her? I didn't tell you this, but on the last shift, I talked to her. I asked her why she's doing this. Why doesn't she ask her people to lay down their arms? She started off with the usual Scar BS, how we needed to go back to nature, talked a bunch about the reliance we have on machines, but then she said she doesn't want a war, that Outbreak Day was a wake-up call, but not all of us woke up, or something like that. It was just getting interesting when Lewis walks in and gives me shit about talking to her, but when he started screaming at her, she just smiled back at him. Even when they moved her cells and the other guards were calling her names, pushing her around, she just kept that calm smile. It was spooky. Everyone says she was crazy, but I tell you, on the back, I'll tell you what, after hanging out with her, I get what she's saying. Don't get me wrong, I think her followers are fucking loons, but she has a way about her that draws you in. I hear rumblings that they want to move her to a more secure location. See you back home. Be careful. Sally. Okay, a little...
You turned a crazy person into a martyr.
Yeah, beware people with charisma that go to set up a cult. You know, it's the Jim Jones thing. They can force you to...
Yes.
Yes. Long rifle strap. Where's the Kool-Aid? Yeah. That was the only thing they lacked, was the Kool-Aid. Long gun holster, yes. Now I have that. Now I just need it for the pistols. I mean, it's like cults, they seem to always, you know, kind of start out the same way. It's like, you know, have a charismatic leader that initially isn't saying crazy stuff. You know, they might sound perfectly reasonable. They might have 1 or 2 radical ideas, but, you know, they want to draw you in, get you to identify with their way of thinking. But then what also happens, like what happened, again, Jim Jones being a prime example, they start driving wedges between you and... Welcome in, Amorphous.
It must be requited.
Oh. Their way through where, Abby? Oh, over there, yeah. Welcome in, Amorphous. Thank you for the resub. 5 months. Thank you very much. Sounding reasonable is one good way to recruit people in the cult. Trust me, I'm a... Never mind. Is it echo alert? There was a weird echo in that. I'm not sure what happened there. I had another subscriber earlier today, and I don't know that one echoed, but the audio video delay on it was weirdly delayed. But yeah, welcome in, Amorphous. Glad you're here. As you know, I rarely stream at night, but my My wife gave me permission, honestly, is kind of what it comes down to. Oh, what's this, crowbar? Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, that's an up and over. Okay. Yep, I think that's everything, so sure. So yeah, my wife, she came home exhausted from work. Took her out, got her margaritas, well, margarita singular, and food, and she wanted to just curl up and do her own thing on the sofa. And giving me, you know, time to do my own thing. It's like, you know what, this game is big enough. I feel like I'm now playing as Abby, which it feels in my head as like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to play as Abby now. Does that mean I'm only at the halfway point? Hey Sarah, welcome in. Just 3 cats. Just came home after a 14-hour shift. Just want to relax and drop unconscious and sleep like a log. Amorphous, it sounds like you've had the exact same, well, almost the exact same day that my wife did. Hers was thankfully not 14 hours long. It was just you know, 8-hour retail shift, but apparently it was just nonstop. You know, it was just insane, crazy. Amorphous is Amorphous subscribed for tier 3. Amorphous is Lila's wife. You know, honestly, I don't think my wife even remembers what my username is. She knows I stream, but she also doesn't have any interest in it because she's not big into video games or anything. She's like, I mean, she's happy that I'm doing it. It's like, it's something you enjoy. That's fine. Go do it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You know, but I'm going to be over here doing my own thing. But yeah, Sarah, welcome in. I mean, you've played part 2. I guess you know where I am. I've gotten through. I'm now playing as Abby, and it feels like we're finally getting. She ever calls you? No, she does not. She does not. My prophet, I wish to rejoin the hunts. May you grant my wish for a new steed, swift and strong, a new saddle, and a new bridle. Post-apocalyptic society, that might actually be a big ask.
She's not a genie, dude.
She's not a genie, yeah. Exactly. You're at Martyr's Gate? I guess so. We just found this van that, you know, filled with a bunch of stuff. There's her mural, a lot of flowers, and there was a note in here about a guard who had been questioning her, and holy shit!
I had one when I was 8 years old.
What if he hurts himself?
Wait, what happened? What happened? Hang on. I need to catch up.
I had one when I was 8 years old.
What if he hurts
Dargus
himself?
gifting 2 tier 1s. Wait, and there's more.
Doing this for money? We're doing it for a shitload of money. Oh, you're right.
Lies. I'm not doing it for a shitload of money, but at the same time, I couldn't resist using that as a reward alert. And good grief, the stream's just going crazy. Thank you very much for Dargus gifting 2 tier 1s, and then okay, 1 to Sentes and 1 to Dune Fan. There's some good lore here. Yeah, I feel like we're finally getting some of the Seraphite stuff. And then Dargus gifting 5.
Snake?
5 more.
Snake!
Game Paladin, Slayer Val, Harion, and Mythical Monkey. Oh boy. Oh, and 1 to Diesmo. Oh, good. Diesmo came in and Diesmo gifted out a number of subs. Like the first day, you know, he followed, which is like, oh wow. Damn, Stream Elements. I remember that. Yeah, the stream just kind of shuts down for a moment. There's like so much. And 5 more tier 1s. Thank you very much. How did that not start a hype train? It came close. What the?
We're doing it for a shitload of money. Oh, you're right.
Dargus, thank you very much. yet again for the money. Let's see. How did that not start a hype train? I don't understand. I don't know exactly how hype trains work. Let's see who. Lyman Coconut, Halo, Jug Cage, Jägermeister Man, McMending, Clean Star, Chunky Gamer, Swanee Armbro, and Manic Duckling. Oh my god. Yeah. What?
I had one when I was 8 years old.
What if he hurts himself? Mommy, out!
Dargus, did you get a hold of your parents' credit card or something? What, you know, does your credit card need to be taken away from you? Are you feeling okay? Yes, you are too kind. Thank you very much. I'm second now. Oh yes, second to Amorphous. Oh, I see. You're competing with Kremlin. I get it.
We're not just doing this for money.
Oh,
We're doing it for a shitload of money. Oh, you're right.
Guys, you're breaking stream. Oh, I can't even see myself now. There's like nothing where. This is the whole stream now. Is just nothing but emotes. Fuck. And after all that, the hype train is close. It's like the hype train that should 100% be a hype train. That should be like beyond hype train. Thank you so much. So let's see. Amorphous. Okay. Dargus gifting Sarah a sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Sarah cheered. And that Sarah cheered and actually kicked off a hype train. Oh, thank you very much. I honestly, clearly you can tell from this how I've put in like all the rewards and everything. I've prepared for subs now, for gifted subs and bulk subs. I had never prepared for an actual hype train. Holy shit.
I had one when I was 8 years old.
What if he hurts himself? Mommy, your coat!
I don't even know what's going on anymore. What is all this? I can't even keep track anymore. So let's see. Hang on. Let me catch up. So Dargus gifting 10 tier 1s. Okay. So that was that, and that was all those people. Oh my, Sarah's. Oh my god, yeah. And Swanee. Dargus with the cats. Dargus gifting one specifically to Sarah because she's in chat. I think trains are triggered by different people doing the gifting in bits. Yeah, gifting bits. I think cheers. I get. Yeah, actually, because Sarah cheered. So I stole Amorphous's credit card. Well, Amorphous apparently found his own credit card because then he went and did 25. Okay, so Amorphous, what do you want me to do? I feel like, okay, people start throwing this much money out. I need to, okay, I need to start doing something special. So let's see. There's a whole lot of people here. J Brown Frog, Shinobi, Green Boy, Sirgbin, a lot of people that I haven't. Oh, Guild Wars Coast. Oh, I haven't seen them in a while. So Foolish, Token, Baby Carrot. Baby Carrot has been resubbed. Thank you very much. Holy absolute fuck. It's gonna be hard to be first now. Yes, Amorphous saw you coming up in the rearview mirror, and he's like, "Oh no, not on my watch." I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the time of day. Maybe I need to stream at nights. You know, maybe this is the thing. Dargus, can you be in my streams too? 25 gifts. Damn, where do I get followers like this? I don't know. Well, I think I started out in the Guild Wars area and in the Guild Wars 1 area, which has a dedicated community. So let's see. Sarah, a third person different than Amorphous and me needs to do. And then Sarah cheered 100 bits and got the hype train. Level 8 hype train. And then an anonymous gifter gifted another one to Manikiran. Thank you very much. I'm still catching up. I'm still catching up. This is insanity. It is.
Please
Imagine.
disperse.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here, please.
Son of a
For a
bitch.
shitload of money.
Amorphous, I had just caught up. I had finally. Oh, and there I go. I'm getting wiped again. I had just caught up, or I was just about to catch up with chat. Oh, okay. Can't imagine if I didn't go live again. It was worth going live. No, but seriously, how the fuck do I find followers like this? I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm playing, on worth going live on Guild Wars apparently. Much love. Okay, so Dargus. I don't know what Amorphous wants me to do. Amorphous never has any requests or anything particularly. He likes getting happy with the credit card. Now you, on the other end, I do know what you want. You want some Phasmophobia. So I tell you what, tomorrow, Guild Wars Sunday stream, we'll do a split stream. We'll do a split stream. We'll do half Guild Wars, half Phasmophobia. And you can help walk me through the beginning of Phasmophobia. How about that? I can at least do that for you. So, let's see. Much love. Yes, there is. Darkest Redeemed, nothing to see here. And then Amorphous went crazy with another 25. Thank you very much. I had Guild Wiki following me. DJ Seppa Mix, Daniel Keki.
I'm all out of money!
As you should be after that, credit card, Allspade, Marmonesser, Sisal, Zoink 3000, Blood. She's running Rob, Quinrad, Mincy. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen Mincy in a long time. Death Comes, and Begotten, Eweasel. Oh, Eweasel. She's going to be annoyed. She'll be like, who the hell gave me a sub to you? Ugh. I hang out in her streams sometimes. She's a very acerbic streamer. DJ Boot. Oh yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Original Jeff and D Montoya and Guild Wars Twitch. Okay, I'm almost caught up, dude. Why can't I find the way to buy more bits anymore on mobile? That I do not know. 50 subs compared to my 100 bits. Sarah, do not undervalue those 100 bits. That 100 bits that you did kicked off the hype train. The others got us close. The 100 bits is what put it over. But you're a guy playing on the internet who owns 3 cats. This is true. This is indeed true. The other kid, you can do whatever you do. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Okay. I can't even find a place to buy more bits. I don't understand. It used to be in the bits menu. Yeah, I don't watch Twitch on mobile very much at all. Much less, buy anything, so I have no idea. I'm far to be out of money, but I feel like if I can give back a bit of the fun you share, why not? That is fair. I cannot argue with that. I never know how much fun I'm giving out. I'm just a guy playing games, making bad jokes at games. So, bro, I don't have a credit card. I'm doing direct pays from my bank account. Don't think you can buy bits on mobile. Used to be able to. Okay. You're a guy playing games I watch during the night. Okay, that is fair. Again, thank you everyone. So very much appreciated. Again, as I always say, unnecessary. I mean, I'm doing this for free, but I do very much appreciate it. It's actually Amorphous, and actually everybody. I need to thank everybody for pointing out that yes, I need to put in even more work on the channel, because Now I need to come up with something for a hype train. So when that happened, honestly, it was a little underwhelming. It's like somebody, buys a sub, gifts a sub, whatever. All these coins with a cat icon, rain from the sky, and all the emotes flying everywhere. And then the cheer. I think I need to do something for the cheer as well. But when the hype train went off, it was just a little bling up in the corner. Bing. Hype train success. You received a level 9 hype train emote. I did? Choo-choo. I earned a choo-choo. Sweet. Thank you very much. But yeah, now I realize I need to cook up something special for when there's a hype train, and I already have an idea. I want to do a little cartoon of a train, actually running across the screen, of course, filled with cats. Or maybe it's a herd of cats just all trampling through, kicking up a bunch of dust, So, anyway. Gifts tonight were underwhelming. Oh, wait. Unreal Tournament 2004 and Phasmophobia. Yeah, okay. Figured out. Gifts tonight were underwhelming. Last time you stream, remember how many flaws I uncovered and I had to change things. That is indeed true. Amorphous, the last time I streamed at night, Amorphous was in here, and I think he gifted out 20 or 25. And it kicked off. I did not have a bulk sub alert set up. So what happened was it kicked off individual sub alerts 20 times. So Kenneth Branagh was up in the corner, the other corner, just yelling and screaming for like 10 minutes straight. And there wasn't anything I could do. I needed to... So I then spent the next week like, okay, I need to fix these alerts. Now I need to add a hype train thing. I also need to add things for cheers. So anyway, let's see. I like this badge better. Yes, you've got a sword. Dargus with cats. Sarah with an animated cat. Amorphous, goddamn, y'all made of money. Amorphous is made of money. Amorphous is money personified, as near as we can tell. I'm adoptable. Yes. Okay. But now back again. Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. Honestly, a little bewildering to me, but very, very appreciated. So I can be bought, not just adoptable, but just straight out bought. My profit, my wants are few, my needs are simple, but my hands are clumsy, and I am unable to contribute to the efforts of our village. Mending, forging, building, I ask that you grant me these abilities that I might be productive and respected. Okay, now that one's sad. I feel bad for this person, if they're unable to help in a productive way. Well, I only work and go home to rest. I don't have much time for anything else. Still don't got enough money to buy myself a new GPU and screen for my PC. Amorphous, what are you doing gifting out subs on Twitch if you can't afford a new GPU yet? I mean, your GPU should be, top priority. Again, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, I was shocked for a few days when Amorphous gifted 1 or 2 subs on my channel too. Because you're spending it on... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Amorphous, money comes in and it goes out to Twitch streamers. And not just myself either. Amorphous, gifts out. I've seen him gift out, stuff in other people's channels as well. Can't wait to have a community like this. Can't fucking wait for my setup, dude. It'll be ready by the end of November. Oh, what are you doing, Sarah? Oh, that's right. You were looking. Were you looking at doing a camera setup? Because I think right now you're microphone only. Or are you going to do a VTuber or something? The whole thing. Oh, okay. Cool. First step, own cats. Yeah, if you want Dargus's money, you need to have cats and periodically show them on screen. I mean, for all that money, I feel like I need to pause stream, go inside and say, honey, people kind of gave me money and they want to see the cats. can you bring one of them out here? You know. Let's see. Computer, cameras, and a whole stream room. Nice. Yeah. Don't worry. GPU I need is an older model and still on really high price. I'd have to save for months to get one. Oh, geez. Can't get it in Germany. Have to order online, which I don't trust doing. Oh, that's fair. If you don't mind asking, what why do you need such a special older model? I'm interested to hear. Oops. Prophet, I'm a good soldier. I have already freed 2 wolves in your name. I will send you many more. Oh, freed. I'm guessing they mean freed 2 wolves. I'm guessing they mean killed 2 wolves. I'll send you many more. Please honor me by letting me live long enough to see your salvation spread across this land. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't mean freed in the actual liberation sense. So, ordering online also includes getting it delivered, and that can be annoying. Because for a newer model, I would need to change the whole system to completely utilize. Oh yeah, I think I see what you're saying. Matter of fact, I'm actually having an issue now. This desktop that I'm streaming on it's failing to update Windows regularly. There's actually a hardware issue with it. Of some sort. Although, actually no, there's a hardware issue that will prevent it from moving to Windows 11, which is like, whatever. I stayed on Windows 7 long after it was discontinued. I don't have a problem with that. But there's a more generic update that needs to run, and for some reason, it just will not run on this computer. So at some point, I need to do a big update of my own. There's a roof up there. Is there a way up on this van? Oh wait, there's another. Looks like maybe I can get on the hood of the van here. My prophet, may you bring your children prosperity and strength that we might cleanse this world of its sickness and start anew. Okay.
That's a big ask, dude.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh wait, we've got another one. This is reading the game. Let's see. If you want to feel reassured, I gain more than twice what I earned 1 month ago. Big difference, exact same amount of money needed. So, wait, don't go on the hood of the van. First time chat from Varg on. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Varg. You Last of Us fan, gamer. This is my first time playing part 2. I had heard rumors of spoilers of this game, before I started it. I wasn't sure if they were true. It turns out most of them were. I guess I'm a little over halfway now. I'm playing as Abby, so there's a store to the right side. Okay, hang on. Let me read this first. My prophet, may you grant the elders wisdom to pair me with Edmund. He is strong and capable, tender and kind. I long to bear his children.
Ooh, someone wants to get laid.
There is a store on the right side over there. Oh wait, through here. So, yes, you are a Last of Us fan. Okay, cool. Yeah, I only recently played part 1 a few months ago, and I quite liked it. And I picked up part 2. PlayStation Plus store was having it on a big sale. I was like, you know what? I'll stream it. Oh, you got paid for what they didn't give you. Oh, I get, yeah. So I did like her delivery there. Somebody wants to get laid. Oh, okay. That's a different way. But Sarah's telling me not to go there because there's a store. Wait a minute. Never mind the store. There's some parts there. Oh, and there's a ladder, which again looks like another. I'm gonna make sure there's not some parts or something up here. Crowbar, pipe. It looks like it's about the same durability. That looks like I can jump there too. Okay. Catching up. I'm on a Ryzen 5.
I can try questioning it.
What do we have to lose?
I keep forgetting
Oopsie. Holy shit!
It's been a while since I finished the Detroit playthrough. I keep thinking I should unplug that one. I will not unplug 28 Stab Wounds because a Mythical Monkey relies on that one now. So that one will stay in there. On a Ryzen 5, main board, highest model I could put on it would be a 2060 12 gig, which goes for $350 US, not available in Germany. All I can find.
28 stab wounds.
28 Stab Wounds, there it is. Other model I can find is the 2000s Ti or the 1000 GTX, which are collectible here and really pricey. I am currently on a 1080 Ti, I believe. I got it a long time ago, and I've been starting to think that maybe I need to upgrade it. Had to get myself an entirely new system early 2020 because it was that. One of my greatest experiences, I'll never spoil it for anyone or anything. Oh, for the ending of this game? Yeah. I've had, as I was playing part 1, you know, people are like, oh, are you going to play part 2? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I will. I wasn't sure exactly when. I played part 1, and then I think I took a little break. I played Detroit. I don't remember if I played something else. But then, yeah, I picked this up. Oh, was the store back here? Right, I'm going to pretend to sleep to get my kid to stay asleep, so I'm going to leave you on lurk for now. Okay. If the only stores that I know of were back here, and there was a safe, and I did get a shotgun, I got a long strap of stuff, so let's see. For new GPU, you need a new motherboard, same for RAM. Yeah, for mine, I feel like I'm looking at a new most of the computer, new motherboard, new CPU, you know, certainly. So most of the other stuff I can probably use. So, oh, DeMontoya, welcome in, DeMontoya. DeMontoya, you probably have some emotes now because I think I saw your name flash by. Dargus and Amorphous got into a little bit of a sub battle. So coins were kind of flying across the screen. It was an accident, I swear. Currently have an MSI. Runs hot as a frying pan whenever I open games. In some situations, it restarts my PC for safety. Oh, see, that's the other thing. It's not just my computer, my desktop that I'm streaming from. I also have a laptop that I use in the house for everything. And it was like an actual gaming laptop, but I don't use it itself for gaming. I use like Parsec now to connect to my desktop. So I need but that laptop is like 8 years old. It's super, super old. Same on a 1650 Super. I need an upgrade. Oh man. Plays Guild Wars right. Oh, Guild Wars 1 all right with no issues, but if you open Guild Wars 2 or any other game, you're screwed. Oh damn. If it can't handle Guild Wars 2. Because the Guild Wars 2 isn't. Excuse me. All of a sudden hiccups again. Guild Wars 2 is not that heavy of a game, unless something changed. If you do not mind me asking, how do you find part 1 and which is better so far? Varg, it's funny you ask that. It's actually been a question I've gotten a lot. Is like that. I loved part 1. I didn't know a whole lot about the story going into it. I knew just from internet osmosis, the overview. Oh, you know, there's this old grouchy guy escorting a young girl who I think is immune to whatever zombie virus is going around, escorting her somewhere, and it's essentially travels with these two. But I didn't know a lot of the specifics of the story. I thought it was great, and of course, what goes along with that is, grouchy old man learning to care for another person like a surrogate daughter again after his own daughter had been killed. And I thought it was great, exceptionally well done, well acted. Some of the best performances, both vocal and visually, that I've seen presented in a video game. And a little bit of a long game, but actually, no, it's not a long. I take it back. It's not a long game. I feel like it's just the right length to tell that story. So far, part 2, I feel like part 2 is the superior game mechanically. It introduces more, tricks for you. Like there's dogs. There's the stalkers infected that you hunt down. The upgrade to the bow, the upgraded bow is very nice. I like it quite a bit. I feel like the mechanics of this game are superior. The story, I feel like this story is a little more complex. It's essentially a revenge story told from 2 viewpoints, which doesn't have quite as easy of an entry point as the first one does. I feel like it's very well done. I think it's interesting that it's forcing us to now play as Abby. I am assuming to get us to understand and care a little more about the world from her perspective. I'm pretty sure I've already been through here. Sarah might yell at me if I miss something, though. So I feel like this one is a more complex story to grab onto, and it's also much longer. And I don't have... Oops. Can I not jump up there? Oh. I guess I'm going around the other side. So I only switched over to playing as Abby recently, and when I did that, I felt like I had already been playing as Ellie for a really long time. And when it flashes over to Abby on Seattle Day 1, I'm like, oh, does that mean I have to do... I'm only halfway through? And it's not a knock against the game. The game is enjoyable. I like the stealth of it. I like the mechanics of it.
Losing my sunlight.
But at the same time, there's kind of a part of me that wants to move on, But actually, in a way, this is the part I feel like I've maybe been looking forward to, is I want to understand the stuff from Abby's perspective, what her whole deal was. I suspected, putting little pieces here and there together, it's like, maybe she's the daughter of the doctor, because he was the only guy that we really needed to kill in part 1, and her killing of Joel seemed extra personal, and that was kind of the only thing I could put to it. Sure enough, she's the daughter of the doctor. It's like, okay, score 1. Let's see, hang on. See, Baby Carrot sneaked her way in Guild Wars 2 for dailies and storyline, and she did not tell anyone. Baby Carrot came in earlier. She said the whole wedding thing is over, and she wanted to relax. She did pop in this stream a little bit earlier, said, hello, hi, how you doing? I'm not really going to hang out because her socialization meter had kind of run out, so... Which I told her, it's like, yeah, go relax. She's going to watch some VODs, maybe play some video games. I feel like she just wants a little downtime on her own. I have a friend who just got gifted Phasmophobia by an anonymous user. Really? And he knows nothing about the game, saw nothing of it. I told him an English speaker streamer I follow also got it. Would you be okay if he joined our session if we had no one else from the community to fill up party? I've got no issue with it. I know I'm 10 plus years and someone who, not someone who will be offensive or that sort of thing, and he's Norwegian. I have no problem with it, and Dargus, you've been in my streams. I try not to be offensive, and yet I still manage to have moments. Well, not really trying to be offensive, but, you know, language does fly in this channel occasionally. But anyway, yeah, Varg, that's kind of where I am right now. I feel like the first game is a much simpler, more streamlined, concise, and I feel iconic game. I feel like this game is much bigger, more complicated in a number of ways. There's a lot more storylines, a lot more characters to keep track of, to fill out the dynamic. So, two very different games. Gameplay very similar in both, but... Oh, and we've got some... Oh. Well, I'm glad I'm hiding in the grass. Okay, they are all coming out and coming this way. I'm going to sneak over this way. You'll just need to... Let's see. Hang on. But I'm actually going to pause because they're going to go. You're almost a legal murderer. Yeah. Just need to enter a code to enter our lobby end game. That part of the game, they did well. Yeah, that's... my brother and I play co-op nights, and one of the games that we've actually played that we enjoy a lot is called Escape Simulator, and it's a very cartoony, bright-colored thing. You're put in a little room filled with a bunch of puzzles, and you need to solve all these puzzles together. And they do, it sounds like a similar thing, is you just give the other player a little code, and it'll automatically put you into the game together. So it sounds like that's a similar setup, which is a very, very good way to do things.
What do you think?
Oh, okay, there's two people.
If you value yourself and your core beliefs of what your truth is, you won't be lining up at Walmart at 5 a.m. for anything.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Waste.
They brought on their own downfall.
Oh, she's really at risk of seeing me. Oh, man. Hey, you.
There's a wolf here too! In here!
Oh, nope, they see me. Alright, fine. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Oh, okay, yeah, not good. I'm probably going to die here. You know what? What the? Oh. I'm getting... Okay, yep. Actually, no, I didn't really want to do things that way. Yeah, let's heal while everyone knows exactly where I am.
Lost her. Put eyes everywhere. Carve her out.
Wow, they actually lost me? How did they lose me? Okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to complain. Oh, okay. Yeah, no health, no health kits. This all went like very, very bad. Matter of fact, I feel like I should just kill myself. I should just kill myself and restart a little cleaner. Okay, there's 2 of 3.
Careful now.
They know where I am. They probably do. I mean, okay, we've got one guy headed in here. I am interested to see if I can pull it off, although even if I do, I'm not really going to be in a good place for it. They really just send this one here? Let's check to make sure. They really did. Usually they seem to be in 2s. Oh, is that a med kit over there on that shelf? I'm pretty sure it is. Thank you, med kit. Okay, there's a guy over there. Oh yeah, that machete is better.
Hey, see anything?
Okay, two enemies. Ha ha ha. Let's see, how can I distract that one? Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to be kind of fast.
Quiet.
Hopefully get him before the other guy. Okay, that actually worked. One for each of your arms, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and craft a... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that because that used alcohol. Oh well. No, I don't want to break that glass just yet. I want... Oh, there's 2 more. Okay. The other one's way far away, though. Patented go around behind. Oh hey, you've got a bow and arrow. I would love to use those. Please give them to me. Jerk. Dead jerk's not gonna give me his bow and arrow. Oh well. Didn't you already kill him already? Yeah. There was a point early, I forget if it was part 1 or part 2. I think it was part 2. A little while ago, I ended up, yeah, it was part 2. There was a place where I ended up killing 2 guys in one spot, and I came back and took a closer look at them, and their bodies, it was the same character model, and they both managed to die in exactly the same pose, like, ugh. Oh, maybe I shouldn't just randomly put my controller down. Okay, there's that. Is there another one? There is indeed another one. Okay, yeah. Not great. really have a sniper rifle. I've got... Abby has enough muscle density to absorb some bullets.
Shit.
Okay, that guy up there he's a real liability, but I can't get a very good eye on him. I do know there's another one over here somewhere. Oh wait, is this a back room? Oh no, it's just more of the same room, and there's some scissors. Okay, there's this person. I really don't like not being able to see that guy on that balcony. Alright, how far are you? Okay. He's coming in. Go around the circle here. Yep. Yep. And let's have you die in the same place as all your friends.
There you go.
Now, how to... I don't know what kind of range this person has. Sight range. Oh, there they are. Okay, and they don't see me. I'm gonna go check out this other storefront then. Chalk up another area where it's like it's a very large area with a lot of people, and I end up just killing them all in the same single spot. Solution in this situation would be hotshot as Judge Dredd. Well, I'm trying not to. Oh, another health packet! Yay. Yeah, I'll make a shiv too. There's kind of almost part of me that doesn't really want, you know, kind of would have preferred to die in this area so I could have done this a little more proper like. But at the same time, I kind of enjoy the desperate, can I do this? It's going so badly, but can I still salvage this challenge? I think I saw some stairs back here. Yeah. Okay. Every extra second of survival is a lesson. Yes. See, yeah, that's it. I'm learning. I wish I had, you know, a rifle. I mean, I've got the double-barreled shotgun, but I mean, that's not going to be much use at this range. Bottle. Nothing. Really? Wow. Oh, well. Candy bar. Candy bars are good. See, that sniper has a hell of a view. And I really cannot see him or her. Although I might be partly blocked. I want to see what's this. Oh, it's just a structure. Okay. It's a German guy and a French guy come to an American Twitch channel, then magic happens. Magic of spooky death. So yeah, here's what I'm thinking, Dargus, is that maybe I start out the stream, I do my Guild Wars stuff, which is not much. It's honestly, it's get my Ranger character to Legendary Defender, which, I mean, she's literally just one Vanguard mission away from doing that. I get her to post Searing, and then I think I run around with her for a little while in hard mode, since you mentioned that hard mode challenge, and see, you know, get a sense for how that works. And then yes, after a little while, we can switch over to Phasmophobia, and I can get my feet wet that way. Since you have now bribed me. Damn, I guess I really can be bought. So, part of the fact I'm not German, just living in Germany. Morphus is from Greece. Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay, sneaking up on... There's a person here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know that there's anyone replying to your whistles anymore there, buddy. Grab some Xerox paper. Oh, okay, they're up there. Okay, good to know. Yeah, there's nobody to respond to your whistles. I've kind of taken them all out. I would like to explore, but I want to take care of this person first, so I don't... Oh shoot, there's two! How did I completely accidentally get around? There's three. What the hell? Why was that person not showing up as on radar? Quietly, maybe? Oh, he just fell down the hole. Okay. By the way, they all kind of finished prophecies now. It's exclusive information. They haven't announced to the community yet, but they plan to do the same sort of thing on factions, reaching level 20 in Xingji. Oh, is that even a thing you can do? Actually, yeah, it is a thing you can do on Xingji, because the last map zone has high enough enemies. You could get there. Okay, there's a person. You just don't get a title, yeah. You know what? I probably should have aimed for the head on that. Should have aimed for the head. Oh, what the hell? Oh, her face. She looks like someone I know. Oh, that was like not cool. I just choked out a coworker. That feels messed up, man. Who's your best childhood friend? No, or not a current coworker, but someone who used to work where I am. And I was like, oh hey, it's. Okay, so I spotted 3 people, so there's still 1 person running around somewhere. They predict it's going to be easier. Not sure. It's definitely possible. Yeah, I would imagine that in Factions and Nightfall, it'll probably be a lot easier because those games, they kind of already prep you to be up, you know, somewhat high level, like at least around 14 or 15 by the time you move to the mainland. So, and especially in Factions, you can buy max level armor the minute you hit the mainland, you know. So plot twist, you're attacking your own base. I don't even know where this. There was still 1 more person. I suppose I should start using the assault rifle. Since I'm just leaving ammo around. There isn't anything over here, is there? Nope. Okay. Think I've got. Oh wait, is there even more? There is. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. Oh, I guess this just moves me to the next area. Okay. Well, whoever that one guy is that's left, he's very lucky, I suppose.
Fuck. Hope Owen didn't come this way.
I was so bored in bed earlier. Checked Discord on phone, saw your Discord post, felt like a blessing. Go to bed at 8 or 9 a.m. these days. It's 6:45. Yeah, I'm going for probably another, I think maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, what I might do in about 15 minutes, I might take a short break so I can go check in on my wife and make sure she's still relaxing. If it looks like she's asleep on the couch, then I won't disturb her. I'll just stay out here and breathing. Oh, I'm sure she's fine. It's just a question of whether she's, you know, lounging around watching the internet or if she's taking a nap, because she did seem really wiped earlier. Typically, you know, it's getting close to when I would take my shower. Oh, water. And choke on the water because it starts to go down the wrong way. Excuse me. Anything behind the counter? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, more artwork.
Crazy bitch. Do you even know what you were starting?
I don't remember if we actually caught her name, come to think of it. Wonder what would happen if Amorphous was your wife? If you two share the same bank account. Guess you're still sending money on Twitch and getting the rest back. Well, don't forget the 50% Bezos cut, you know. It doesn't come back whole. So
What's all this? course, I walked right into a scar camp.
Yeah, okay, yep. So there's beds. We've got a little area here. This looks like, you know, potentially a barbecue area. Ah, free health medkit. Yes. And I can craft another one. Yes, I will do so. Imagine I'm your wife with a fake identity. Oh, don't make it weird, man. Don't make it weird. Oh, another message. What do we got? Cabell. When a child is born to the Seraphites, oh, I've got a sneeze. That's thinking. The sneeze is thinking. Bit over the top support from the wife. What is that? There's a meme somewhere, you know, two guys talking, and it's like, dude, you know, where were you when I was, you know, I was streaming. I was making my stream. I only had 4 viewers. Where the hell were you? Making 4 accounts, bro. He's like, bro. Let's see. When a child is born to the Seraphites, they're like a blank slate, nothing but potential. You have fulfilled that potential beyond my wildest expectations. Forgive me for not being present for your initiation ceremony. I remember my own father soothing the sting on my cheeks with eucalyptus leaves soaked in cool rainwater. You will forget the pain in time, but the cuts will always be there to remind you of the wisdom of our prophet. We are imperfect beings, and thus we make ourselves imperfect in her eyes. Okay. May she guide you through the storm all your days, and maybe you always find your true strength. I'm so proud of you, your father Ezra.
That's sweet. In a fucked up kind of way.
I don't know. Okay, so scars on their cheeks. I hadn't noticed, and I'm guessing, is that why... That must be why... The WLF always calls them scars. Does the prophet have a scar? Well, yeah, but that looks more like a crack in the wall than a painted scar, so I can't tell from that. So, anyway, guys, nice hanging out. I have to go lurk mode. Have fun the rest of the stream. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Amorphous, and thank you again so much for all the gifted subs, the resub, and everything. That was truly an insane. That was an insane time, but a fun time. And I really do appreciate it. Enjoy your lurk. So enjoy the lurk, Amorphous. Rife reading the dirty letter reminds me what you said about seeing the Game of Thrones stuff you were watching. Yeah, she was pretty good natured and teasing about it, but at the same time I was like, what? Why are you watching this? Is it because of the boobs? Are you watching because of the boobs? It's like, it's a critically acclaimed TV show. Yeah. I kind of whimpered out, you know. Oh, more slide. Oh yes, bricks. Yes, I need a comfort throwable. Let's see. 50 subs from Amorphous and 18 for me. Your wife is asking how the stream went. Well, that is crazy. Looking up at the leaderboard now, Amorphous was 75, Dargus with 21, and now leading Kremlin by 1. Kremlin's gonna come in, or Kremlin was in earlier. He got first, I believe. I don't know. I don't think he said much in here, but as soon as he noticed that leaderboard, he's gonna be like, "What?" It was truly insane, and what got me was how the emote fountain spam just completely obliterated the screen for an extended period of time, and I'm like, okay, I may need to reorganize that. It's not that I'm vain, but I kind of feel like maybe I should have my camera, my overlay, on top of all of that stuff, so that, when everything goes crazy like that, people can still see me. Oh shoot.
So close to Martyr's Gate.
Damn it.
This site is
Just keep
crude,
heading down.
but it will serve its purpose. So, should we help with the search for the runaways?
Emily is taking the group into the woods at sundown. She'll find them.
Good. May our prophet grant justice to those apostates.
May they serve as an example to others.
Okay, we've got people. We've got more people. People that needs dispatching, but in a maybe safe-ish way. Oh shit! Oh, almost. Okay, what about the other one? Okay, this one does not look like a coworker, so therefore it's okay. Is that? Nope, that machete's kind of damaged too. Alright, where'd that other one go? Okay, the other one's way over there. Next time Criminalist shows up, he might get spooked. Oh, look at all the shiny stuff on this table. Okay, I'll get that as soon as I take care of her.
Quiet down.
Killing her right next to the candy bars. Crowbar, 5. Well, my machete currently has 5 out of 7, so it's kind of... Okay, there's one down there. There's one there. I don't know if they will come up the stairs at all. Oh, if this were a Metal Gear game, I would have had a button to pounce on that guy quietly. Oh man, there's a lot of people. I feel like it might be safest to go this way. Okay, that person is walking this way and going that way. Oh,
God, what the fuck did I walk into?
walked into a lot of them is what you did.
Does that trouble you? People living before the cataclysm had no control. What else was switch to these chemicals? Uncomplete to judge. Remember, they didn't know the word that a prophet ever lived in such days. They wanted to know.
Okay, let's see if I can get this one quietly-ish.
Shut up.
Playing Cyberpunk recently reminded me how much I get bored of playing like that. I really enjoy watching it. Playing would not be enjoyable. Yeah, it's different strokes for different folks. I like it. It's an enjoyable stress for me. Like, can I successfully... Whoa!
Don't try.
I thought I was going to go back into crouch mode. But she started just running, and I thought sure that was going to alert him. Peripheral vision, such a useless thing. Yeah. The NPCs... I do kind of want the AI to be better. Now, granted, again, I'm only playing on hard, so the AI is not the best around, probably. You're gonna turn around. And I'm gonna kill you. Okay, there's somebody there. Back is turned. Didn't see where the others are. I heard voices nearby, though. Oh, and I hear footsteps, but I'm not seeing anyone on radar. Okay, there's somebody. Wow, I'm actually like full of ammo? How is this possible? Oh, did he just see his dead buddy? He did.
Scour every floor of these ruins. We're not alone.
We're not alone. Says as he walks right into me.
Not a word.
Okay, that time I did notice, yes. Scars on his cheek. Okay. If that was me, I'd send grenades, spam the assault rifle, and it would not really be worth playing. See multiple playthroughs of the game and the atmosphere, game design still managed to get me into it. So grenades, the assault rifle in Cyberpunk, or in here? Well, I guess yeah, because yeah, you do have grenades. Well, not grenade, pipe bombs in here. It feels like this game is not built for that so much because it doesn't give you a lot of ammo. Where Cyberpunk, yeah, it kind of gives you a lot to work with. What?
There's a wolf here!
Really?
Luca!
Well, okay, I guess we're gunning it now, and I can actually pick up this ammo here. See? All part of the plan. I feel like maybe you can Rambo through, it's not really built for it. In Cyberpunk, often advised to be sneaky, but never forced to. Yeah, in Cyberpunk, it was kind of the same thing. I would be sneaky, but if the alarm went off, you know, and I was detected, it was never really a big deal. It's just like, oh, okay, I guess we're just shooting everything now. No big deal. Alright, how are we doing on people? I think we're thinning them out.
Okay.
Okay, she said okay, that suggests... Yeah, reload. Oh, yeah, fair point. Also... Oh, yeah, double-barrel shotgun only has 2 capacity. Yeah, okay. So, actually... In spite of how badly I ran that outside area, I'm actually sort of back to, not really my full setup, because I don't have 3 health packs, but I'm feeling relatively good about life again. As good as you feel in this area. Or not this area, this world. See. Cyberpunk just went through the game for its story, slaughtering enemies in normal difficulty. If I understand properly, Last of Us 2 will be on PC and Last of Us 1 not yet announced. I don't know. I think actually The Last of Us Part 1, the remake, is actually going to be coming to PC, although I don't know that they've actually announced a release date. I don't know about Part 2. But also, I'm not sure. I don't know for sure about any of that. I do plan to get the Part 1 remake, and I'll probably stream that, you know, probably not on Grounded, but probably on Survivor at some point, but I'm not feeling a huge rush on that. Oh, yeah, I guess we're sliding. Okay.
Just get down to the street.
Just get down the street. Okay. Before I get down to the street, I'm going to pause the game for a moment. I am going to go sneak a peek on my wife and see how she's doing. I'm going to put up the BRB screen and I'll be back. Should just be a minute or two. The whole rest of the stream is just going to be this. It's Leon versus the crane. You know, the monster is not even the enemy at this point. It's the maneuverability versus the crane. The monster has not killed me.
A homicide was reported 43 minutes ago. I couldn't find you at Jimmy's bar, so I came to see if you were at home.
Jesus, I must be the only cop in the world that gets assaulted in his own house by his own fucking android.
Yeah, getting used to it.
Can't you just leave me alone?
It is not. I can always steal a horse. Search saddlebag. Hey horse, got anything good? Awesome. Okay. All right. That was a good little bit of interaction. Oh, actually, hang on.
I thought everything, huh? Here you go.
Detective, I'm detecting unusually high amounts of urine and fecal matter in the food. You might wish to reconsider. Carbonated pineapple passion. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, she's doing all right. She's hanging out on the sofa. She's watching her shows. I told her I think I'm gonna go another, say, half an hour, and then I think I'll wrap up there. So let's see how far we can get in half an hour here. She said to get down to the street. So wait a minute, actually, before I do. Why? Hang on.
Found a wall!
Yeah, okay. I thought so. There's a particular sound. There's that weird low whooshing bass thing. You hear that's usually means somebody's kind of got an eye on you. And if I go down here, I'm gonna... Oh, well, I guess it's one of those running sequences. Oh no, it's... Okay. Oh, the Mike Tyson move. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Claw hammer to the head. At least I suppose it was the hammer side, but... Ouch. I'm getting interesting answers from users so far in my thread, and no one has started swearing at another, so that's something. Might be a hint she's not your own base at all, yeah. Wait a minute.
Owen!
Hey.
Hey. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
This must be another flashback. I didn't catch,
No.
I didn't catch what time it flashed back to. I'll have to look back and see. Is that death for Abby? Nah, it's fine.
So, what's up? We got orders?
Sort of.
Sort of. You know what? Just how about we hold off on the Isaac talk for just a minute?
Oh, and
When's the last time you were here? Look around. Take it all in.
I have questions.
is Alice out here?
She's out with Mel.
I can shake the squeeze toy. Come on. Shake it, Abby. Alright. This is peak video gaming.
You guys doing okay? Dating life's good.
For the most part, yeah, I mean, she can be really sweet.
Must feel nice after me.
Well, under that badass exterior, you can be pretty sweet too.
You have a bad memory.
Selective memory.
Oh, okay, I've got control again. Good, because that was getting awkward. So... yeah, I feel like I missed a caption. I don't know if this is flashback, because they didn't explain. If this is a continuation...
You're not painting over Max's mural.
I'm embellishing it.
Oh, you've really moved up from graffitiing Firefly tags.
Oh, did you hear another Firefly joined last month?
Ex-Firefly.
Well, she'd also heard about a regroup in Santa Barbara.
Okay,
Was there
Flat
any
must be
proof
flashback.
to go along with that rumor?
No.
How about that?
God, man, the creepy post-chat pause. Pauses are weird. Okay. Finally, I get my bow and arrow.
What's this?
Oh yeah, Mel and I have this competition thing going. Well, I don't think you would enjoy it. It's pretty complicated.
I see what you're doing, and it's working. What do I do?
Okay. You see those targets?
Yeah,
Just hit as many as you can before the time's up.
I win. You better write my name up there.
You got it.
Okay, actual. Oh, now it needs me to actually perform.
That's one.
Yeah, proud of you.
Oh, shoot.
2 down.
And more to go. Shake it off.
Really? Really?
Oh, good for you.
Oh man, the range. Okay. Oh my god. The closest target and I miss? What the fuck?
Halfway there, Abs. Hey, easy on the art.
Well, I'm making it better.
Ouch. Like, deep inside of me, ouch.
Okay. Yeah, these. I can hit these.
Isaac would be ashamed.
Oh, there's more up there. Okay.
30 seconds.
I want a rematch because I did not perform
2 to beat me.
on that.
No pressure.
2 more? Where? Oh.
I'm like actually very proud right now. You
There.
only need 1 more. Don't miss.
Oh, 1 more? Okay.
Holy shit. You did it. You got the high score.
How is that
Still
even
got time
possible?
left,
That
right?
sucked.
Just 10 seconds left.
What? Can I shoot you?
5,
Oh, come on.
4,
Come on.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, check it out. It goes disabled if you aim at him.
Did it! First try. How you like me now?
Yeah, it's great. You're good at everything.
Shut up and put me up on the wall.
I will. Later.
Are you scared of Mel finding out I was here?
No. She doesn't care.
Abby is
So
now
put me up on the
legless. Not
board,
shooting like
Owen.
that. No.
All right. Calm down.
That should have been like
Okay, there's one
14 or
last
something.
thing
There was
I
some
want you
that
to
I...
see. Come upstairs.
Is it that boat captain's body? Because I saw it last time. You didn't put a Santa hat on it, did you?
What? No.
Is there anything interesting there? No. Okay.
This is even cooler. Come on.
Imagine how bad is Owen now, yeah. I mean, admittedly, I was rushing a little bit because I wasn't sure how fast was supposed to be, but...
You gotta get the full effect. Have a seat. Take in that view. Now, try that. Well?
The view is nice.
Oh, whatever. Philistine.
You want me to lie?
Yes, obviously. She's into this Christmas thing, and it's our 1 year, so.
I think it's adorable.
I think you can go fuck yourself.
No, I wish someone loved me enough to make me a stocking.
You don't deserve one.
What, a stocking? Or someone who loves me?
Why are you in such a good mood?
Am I?
You should blow off training tonight. Abby, when the moon comes
I
out...
found Joel's brother. He's at a settlement out in Wyoming.
Definitely flash.
The Fireflies who served with him got picked up at the wall.
I thought he quit like a decade ago.
Yeah.
So, have these guys heard from him since?
It's a lead. I gotta see it through.
Okay, but you know that even if he is there, and you do find him, he might not know where Joel is, right? Did you tell the others?
Everyone's on board. Mel included. We can leave next week.
Isaac's never gonna let that many people go off base.
He already did.
Bullshit.
Who's more about justice than Isaac? He knows what Joel's done. Hey.
Oh.
We're doing this together, right?
Of course.
Is that how you flirt nowadays? You don't deserve anyone loving you. Or a stocking. That was a weird scene, because I don't know that there was even really supposed to be flirting there, because Owen is apparently, ostensibly with Mel at this point. But I guess there's just lingering weirdness with them because they had been together before. I don't know. It was all just kind of weird. Okay, now we're back to present day. Abby's getting dragged by the Seraphites somewhere. I did kind of wonder, it's like, yeah, okay, so how did they know Joel was in Wyoming? How did they know to go there? I guess they didn't specifically know Joel was there, but they knew about Tommy from Firefly Friends, and them finding Joel was just sort of a happenstance thing. Savvy's head made in adamantium, otherwise she had a really resistant head. Well, that hammer strike that they did, it was kind of a bap. It wasn't a full arm swing. It seems slightly more calculated. Oh, okay, we're doing this now, huh? Hey, hands off, pal.
They are nested with sin. Free them, that they may know mine.
The hammer wasn't enough. Now she needs to be hanged, cut with a knife. Yeah. Oh, and who's this now?
Yara. Where is the other apostate? Clip her wings.
This is determination right here. Yeah, I might hang myself, but I'm going to do it choking you. And hope that these other guys win, so they might be able to cut me down. I hope. We'll see. Those rings. Okay, so these two left the Seraphites together, I guess, because they've got the scars on there.
Cut her down.
Hey, little help, please.
She's one
up
of
here.
them. Lev.
Infected or more Seraphites? That's the question.
Watch your backs.
Nobody's watching their backs. Received bullets, received a hammer hit to the head. Okay. Nope, I dodged. You know, 2-on-1 is kind of difficult. You might be able to dodge one. It's like, you know, hey, you with the arrow. Yeah, more of that arrow business. Oh. Oh, hey, where'd you come from? seem to miss that chain attack a lot. Oh. Well, no more claw hammer for me. Zombies have dodging skills too, they
We
do.
have to move. Where are you going? Out of these woods. We gotta run. Now! Coast it this way.
Well, yep. Follow the torch. Oh, I thought maybe I could help her or something, but I guess not. Oh, bottle.
They're all around us!
They're all around us, and I've only got one bottle. Oh, wait, was that another bottle? It's another bottle! Hey!
That was the last of them. You two okay? Yeah. We have to
Same.
keep moving before more come. Every direction looks the same. You sure you know where you're going? It has to be this way.
Oh, another brick, yes. Famous French humorist got his hand in the same state in Yar by playing on train lines, and a train ran over a hand. Oh, jeez. We're going to fight. I think we're just in run mode right now.
It's just up here.
Yeah. Come on. Go on through.
Those are fresh. Is there another way around? If there were, would we be going this way?
Oh. Yeah. So, instead of some candy that's been hanging out in the mud there. Happened when he was a teenager. He still has his arm. We never see what's left his hand. He always keeps it in his pocket.
Go. I got you.
Yeah, we have a rather grim joke here in the States every time the 4th of July rolls around, Independence Day. It's like, oh, today's the day. Some people are not going to have... Oh, hey. What? That wasn't actually the button I was trying to use.
You! Are you wearing my
Me.
backpack?
Oops. That was poorly timed. Okay. Okay, yep, she just chains 2 attacks, so... Or actually, no, her axe attack is 2 attacks, 3 attacks.
You guys all right?
This is my backpack. Grrr. It's a big hammer, yeah. It's got my teddy bear in it. Are those cans any good? I mean, I know they're soaking in her blood, but I don't know. Maybe there's something. Slayer Val with the raid. Hey Slayer. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Thanks for the sub, Targus. Yeah, Slayer, you things kind of went crazy in here a little bit earlier. I forgot to copy the raid message. Oh, First time chat, the dev. Honestly, that right there is an awesome raid message. Welcome in, everybody. Name's Alila Kit. That is actually the name of my Guild Wars 1 character that I created back when I first started playing Guild Wars 1, and I've just sort of ended up using it for everything. I'm ordinarily a Guild Wars 1 streamer. I do still play Guild Wars 1, usually on Sundays. But any other time that I get to play, I'm usually playing variety games. Right now, I'm currently catching up on The Last of Us Part 2. And, we've gone through most of Ellie's story, and it's kicked us over, and now we're playing as Abby, you know, getting to see her side of the story. And we're kind of on the run. It's been a bit of a brutal run. So, Dev of Phasmophobia? No, that is an imposter. Do you like the first game better? I think so far, my feeling is, I feel like I like the story, the narrative of the first game more. Almost more for its simplicity, I think. This one is, I think, a better game, or the mechanics of it, I feel, is a better gameplay. The narrative is almost out of necessity a much messier thing. It relies on a lot more character interaction and everything. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is very much a revenge story for both Ellie and Abby. The big question I have is, how is it going to end? And that I do not know.
I have it under control. Okay. Grab any supplies you find.
Supplies. Okay, we've got. Oh, new gun.
You need supplies. We're not out of the woods yet. Pun fucking intended.
A hunting pistol. Okay. And a workbench. Before I hit the workbench, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna check the rest of the room.
Never seen scars going after scars.
I am enjoying it. It's but yeah, there's a part of me that almost misses the simplicity of the first game when it comes to the story, the characters.
I really don't care.
That's not to say the characters were simple, but it was an easier, more episodic, you know, chapter-based adventure, whereas this one is kind of one long rampage. But yeah, actually tomorrow, oh yeah, Slayer Val, as far as the sub is concerned, things went a little crazy in here earlier. Amorphous and Dargus got into a little bit of a gifting sub spree, shall we say. And at times my screen was completely obliterated by emotes, and they actually managed to get a hype train going, which is just bewildering for me. Again, thank you, everyone. I'm still just kind of like, wow about it. But yes, many subs were gifted out. And I don't know why. Kremlin is going to be mad when he sees the sub scorecard. Yeah, we were joking about that. Kremlin did show up tonight. He actually claimed first tonight. But I don't think he's actually said anything. I think he probably came in, claimed first, and then went to bed. So, Silver Fox, no, I missed your reaction to this. What do you think of the new characters? Actually, hang on a sec. Eddie, I hope to God you're okay. Latest truce has fallen apart, and we've been ordered back home for reassignments. I've sent 2 search parties to look for you to no avail. Please find this note and come find us. Fuck these scars. So, Silver, when you say these characters, what do you mean? Do you mean these two? Because these two, I don't know anything about them except that they appear to be ex-Seraphites who, I guess, have run away. They're on their own, trying to escape. And I have full shot. I can make another health kit finally. Yay. If you mean Ellie, or not Ellie, Abby, I've finally got my question answered as to who she is and why she was so personally upset with Joel. And I'm proud to say, haha, I was correct. My guess was that she was related to the doctor that Joel killed. Oh, hey, upgrade. And turns out that's true. I was like, yes! Successful guest. Bald Killed number 1 has a bow, and Bald Killed number 2 is missing one arm. Why is she so swole? She likes, she likes working out. I have 31 supplements. I can do an upgrade. Let me see. Oh yeah, I opened up a new thing. I opened up bullets. Craft incendiary shells. Craft 2 incendiary shotgun shells which fire in a wide cone, dealing heavy damage and lighting enemies on fire. I can craft bullets for the hunting pistol. Heavy damage with high accuracy. Okay, that all sounds pretty cool. I do kind of want to get... I do want more shivs and everything. Yes, them. I won't say anything since this is new. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all I know is that they rescued Abby from a bit of a bad situation. Through Abby's storyline, I'm starting to get more stuff about the Seraphites. I still don't know their exact religion, but it's like, okay, they seems a cult based around, a cult of personality based around this one prophet character who I guess has been martyred. And yeah, bad times. Let's see. I won't say anything since this is butt. Supplements. Yeah, exactly. She's been taking all the pills. Do I want an incendiary shell? You know what? I'm gonna hold off on the pill upgrades for a little bit. I don't know what I'll use the incendiaries for. Incendiary sounds like a good thing for infected, though, so I'm going to go back to this workbench. Oops, and get parts. That's right, I need to look around this garage, see if there's any more parts around. You may get to a certain scene tonight. Oh, it'll be MIA for... Actually, Silver, depending how far it is, maybe not. Actually, as a matter of fact, I just looked at the clock, and I am at my half-hour time, which means... I said half an hour ago I was only going to play another half an hour. So I think I'm going to hit this upgrade station, upgrade something, and then I may be calling it a night. Shotgun. Yeah, of course you can't upgrade the capacity of double barrel shotgun because it's double barreled. I can do more damage. I suspect this hunting pistol is a little bit of an odd thing, but I think I will upgrade that. That's right. Please stay. Let's see. Tell you what. No promises. Let me go check something. I will be right back. Chances are I will have to close stream when I come back. But if it looks like my wife has gone to take her shower early, then yes, I could probably hang out for another half an hour. But I expect that no, I will have to go. However, there's a chance. I don't know. I need to investigate. I will be back momentarily. Oh, I almost feel like I changed my mind. And that should be the race that I go out on just for that finish. That was a spectacular steal. That is such bullshit.
Oh.
Busy couple of days, huh?
Whatever, man.
Kind of breaking the mood there a little bit. The game was threatened by the BRB slide. Okay, I am back, and the decision is nope. Sorry, got to close up stream. And I kind of hate doing that actually, because Slayer Val just raided me a little while ago, 10 minutes ago. Yep, sorry everyone. I gotta go. But hey, it's been a great stream. Oh God. Well, I made a sizable dent in butt spot. What even is that? Oh, and Dargus guiding the raid. Actually, thank you, Dargus. Honestly, that's it. That saves me trouble. Do you want to toy with the cheer? Now, do you want to tell you? I forget. Were you here earlier for the whole giveaway? I don't think you were. To recap the night, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go to end stream thing here, just so it's a passive entertainment, and I'm also gonna close up the game. There, Amorphous showed up. Well, actually, no. I don't think Amorphous started it. I think Dargus started it. There were a lot of gifted subs flying around. I think Dargus started it, and Amorphous joined in, and there was like 10 or 15 minutes there where you almost couldn't see anything on screen because there was so much emotes and everything, raid subscription things going. It was crazy. Very appreciated.
Cannot do clean
but I mean, wow. I'm still honestly I'm still kind of processing it.
Playing Detroit Become Human, I have successfully managed to kill.
But anyway, I'm going to close up the game here, and
apparently one of the crowd favorite androids. So I'm feeling kind of disrespectful.
That's rough, buddy. 8 years old.
Yeah, well, what I was leading up to, thank you, Demontoya, to the dev.
Everyone loves him so much, but alas, he was killed.
Am I cool now? Demontoya, you've always been cool. It's okay. You don't need to drop money to prove your coolness. Having said that, it is cool. It is appreciated. But it is not necessary. I keep saying that.
As it turns out.
But what was actually really funny about that, all the gift subs flying around, it got very close to a hype train.
I feel like I should,
and which is like, wow, I've never seen that before. And then Sarah came in. Actually, I think Sarah was already in, and she was watching all this going on. Like, what the hell? She cheered like 100 bits, and that kicked it over into a hype train.
Oh, there's a blue shell.
And my very first hype train tonight, which was crazy. But it was, in a way, it was almost anticlimactic because, like, when the subs happen, you have all the coins raining from the sky. When gift sub happens, all the same thing, different colors. When both gift subs happens, they all these rainbow colored things. But then when the hype train actually activated, because I never expected to actually get a hype train, so I never built an alert for it. So when I got a hype train, all that happened was a little ding up in the corner. Bing! Hype train. It was like so underwhelming compared to everything else that was going on. But still pretty funny. So anyway, yeah, like I keep saying, I need to get going, and let's see. Dargus guided the raid to Glue Sniffer. So I'm going to set up a raid here. Oh, first off, before I do, if you are a subscribed user, you can use this command. If you are not, feel free to use this one.
She's a very chatty streamer, but
Kit Kat Raid, yes. See you tonight and tomorrow. Yes, and also tomorrow's stream, it will start out. Dargus has bribed me.
Cult of the Lamb.
with his money, I'm going to start the stream as Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1 Sundays is still a thing.
He's crawling up the hill. He's
Gotta
running
pause
up
for
that
Pierogi.
building, showing off them cheeks, showing off them glutes, doing the damn thing.
Yeah, Pierogi singing.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Almost done.
it will start out as Guild Wars stream. I've got a couple of things I do want to do in Guild Wars tomorrow, but then at some point we're going to switch over. Dargus is going to teach me how to play Phasmophobia because I tried to play it yesterday and had, shall we say, a pretty horrible experience. So, anyway, raid messages up. I'm going to raid Blue Sniffer. Demontoya Phasmophobia. Yeah, that's right. Demontoya, you are also a phasmophobe, I believe.
As a jump scare.
Finally!
This game has gotten me a couple.
Demontoya, he's welcome to. So yes, I shall. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot tomorrow. Yeah, I tried to play it solo yesterday, but the game's onboarding of a new player is really, really bad. If you haven't seen previous videos. What time? Probably 3 o'clock Pacific time. I'm probably going to start. I'm going to start in Guild Wars. I'll be playing Guild Wars probably for about at least an hour, but then we'll kind of go from there. I think Sundays are going to be a little bit more of an organic stream for me. So midnight for you if you're not wrong. I forget what time in France, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to oh, the raid messages are up there. Feel free to copy paste those. I'm going to raid Blue Sniffer. Thank you again everyone for hanging out, and also thank you again for the amazing outpouring of subs and gifts and cheers. Truly overwhelming. I'm going to still be recovering from it tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yes.
And just processing it. So anyway, raiding up. Thank you everyone for hanging out, and I will see you next time.
There you go. Us.
There it is. It was a bit difficult getting it back in working order. Okay. It was really messed up.